Late one night, a Ring camera placed outside someone's home would suddenly capture something bizarre. During the late hours of a quiet neighborhood, a Ring camera will be recording the front porch of someone's home, when suddenly, a bizarre gray figure would appear on the right side of the porch and slowly walk past, only to then disappear out of view of the camera. The more you look at this figure, the more bizarre it gets. The figure's head is elongated, while the rest of its body doesn't seem to match the proportions of a human. Its skin appears to be a pale gray color, matching the description of what's called a gray, leaving us and this homeowner to wonder, what exactly have they captured during the quiet hours of the night? And is this bizarre figure an infamous gray alien, scoping out this neighborhood in the middle of the night? Late one night, a woman is staying at her brother's apartment when suddenly she would capture something terrifying. A woman by the name of Just Simply Megs on TikTok would upload footage she recorded in the middle of the night while staying at her brother's apartment. The woman is innocently recording her brother sleeping while he holds a drink in his hand. However, this innocent recording quickly takes an eerie turn, as at the beginning of the clip, what looks like a tall, dark figure can be seen standing eerily still at the end of the hallway in the apartment. If you're thinking this figure is simply an object placed towards the front door of the apartment, shortly after the woman zooms the camera in on her brother and zooms back out, the dark figure is gone. The woman would upload a follow-up video shortly after she captured the eerie figure in her brother's apartment. The woman would explain that she was staying at her brother's apartment as her brother was getting married the next day. So it was just her brother, and her brother's soon-to-be wife sleeping in a nearby bedroom. The woman explains that she would start recording after her brother started falling asleep with a drink still in his hand, as she thought it was funny. However, she would then look over the footage the next day and would then see the eerie figure in the background. Spooked, she would show the footage to her brother and his wife, and her brother's wife would be visibly shaken up as she explains that it wasn't her. However, her brother would then explain that this isn't the only time something paranormal has happened in this apartment, as sometimes they would come back to their apartment with cabinet doors open and objects moved with no one inside, leaving us and this woman to wonder, has she captured something truly paranormal taking place in their brother's apartment? And is this footage proof that her brother's apartment is haunted? Late one night, a woman would be suddenly awoken after hearing what sounds like someone moving around in her home. A woman would be suddenly awoken in the middle of the night after hearing movement somewhere in the bottom floor of her home. The woman would start recording as she goes to investigate the strange noises. The woman finds herself walking around her living room when she is suddenly stopped by noises coming from a bathroom nearby. The woman then walks out of the room into the hallway and goes to open the bathroom door. However, before the woman is able to fully open the bathroom door, the toilet seat suddenly opens and closes on its own. Spooked, the woman quickly retreats back into the room she was in and turns on the lights. However, the activity follows her into the room as shortly after this, an object on a nearby desk moves on its own, and a door towards the front of the room closes shut, followed by the lights suddenly turning off. The woman then tries to turn the lights back on. However, the lights then start flickering rapidly, and a musical chime can be heard in the background, making the ending to this footage feel like Freddy is about to appear with a jump scare. So, what exactly has she captured taking place in her home? And has she captured evidence of a poltergeist terrorizing this woman in the middle of the night? A woman would be home alone up in her bedroom when suddenly she would start recording after hearing strange noises somewhere in her home. A woman by the name of Paranormal with Liv, who has uploaded multiple videos showcasing paranormal activity taking place in her home, would be home alone up in her bedroom when she would start recording after hearing what sounds like someone banging on a nearby wall. However, she would end up capturing something truly paranormal. As the woman records the hallway outside her bedroom, a dark figure can be seen slowly peeking its head into her bedroom from behind her bedroom door. The woman attempts to zoom in on the figure. However, the figure then starts to back further away into the hallway as what sounds like someone banging on her bedroom wall can be heard. The figure then suddenly disappears into the hallway, and shortly after, 3 loud knocks can be heard on her bedroom wall. The figure would then suddenly reappear after the banging stops, only to then disappear once again, and the footage would end, leaving us and this terrified woman to wonder, has she captured something truly paranormal taking place in her home? And is this dark figure a sinister entity haunting this woman's home? Before we move on to our last frightening clip, make sure you are subscribed so you can stay in the loop for the latest frightening findings. And while you're at it, give that like button a spook and check out some other scary videos I showcase on this channel. Now, let's continue. Late one night, a man would be driving back home after a solo trip. However, after FaceTiming his girlfriend on his way back, something bizarre would be captured in the background. A Reddit user in the r/laptam subreddit would upload a screenshot they took during an innocent FaceTime with their boyfriend as he drives back home from a solo trip in the middle of the night. In the screenshot, we can see her boyfriend in his car as what looks like the upper half of a ghostly figure appearing at the back of his car. The figure appears to be standing towards the back of his car, looking in through the back windshield. This screenshot makes it hard to make out further details of this bizarre figure. However, the OP would give some chilling context to this eerie screenshot, which reads, "My boyfriend and I live in West Virginia, and one night he was on the road traveling back home. This was a solo trip. At the time, I was working the midnight shift at my job, and while I was on one of my breaks, I FaceTimed him because he happened to be taking a small break on the side of the road. Our conversation couldn't have been more than a few minutes in when I happened to notice, at the time I wasn't really sure right away what I was seeing, but there was definitely something behind the car. I knew my boyfriend was traveling alone, so I thought maybe if he had stopped like at a rest area, then someone might just be walking up from behind. But when I asked if there was any other people around, he said no. So then I was trying to get him to look behind him, which he vehemently refused because he knew what I was trying to get at, and just the thought scared the crap out of him, so he said, nope, I'm not turning around. Then shortly thereafter, we got off the phone. Anyway, my point to all this, I ended up taking a screenshot at the moment I saw this unidentified image. And when I got a chance to take a good hard look at it, to me it definitely looks like a faint, almost transparent picture of a person's upper half, like from the waist up. To me it almost looks like a coal miner. I'm not talking about the living kind either. Commenters are divided on what exactly was captured in this screenshot, leaving us in this moment to wonder, has she simply captured a strange reflection from the car window, or perhaps a curious spirit lingering in the middle of the night? Alright, that's all the frightening clips I have for now. Thanks for watching, and leave a comment if you got frightened. And while you're at it, make sure to smash that subscribe button and give the like button a frightening experience. And thank you all for 500 subscribers. This milestone wouldn't be possible without you. So, stay tuned for more scary, frightening videos coming your way. And check out some more of the frightening findings I come across here in this channel. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!